Okay,
Okay.
we are live, Igal.
We are live, man.
Live. Yeah.
So nice to see you. By the way, now what we see is the full
Cheers.
screen, right? Yeah, cheers.
Okay.
Yeah, I see now the recording of what we did up until now. Okay.
If you want, you can use this selfie stick.
Perfect. So let us just put the things in place, and we'll start in a little moment. So, okay. Let's see if we're live. Yes, we are live. Okay. Great. No, it's okay. No need for this. So, welcome everyone. We are now here with Leon Direktovich.
That's
Hello,
me.
man.
Hi, Igal.
And first of all, I'm very happy that we got this opportunity to meet, because we met the last time way back. I don't know if you remember. Actually, the first time, I remember, like 3 or 4 years ago. We were discussing drop shipping and virtual assistants, how they can help, how they can automate businesses. And from that point, I remember. Cool. Okay. From that point, I remember how Leon told me about a program he's developing, and this program helped people who do drop shipping either from Amazon or any other place to eBay to find items really easily. And it's amazing how through these years you kept with the same thing, and you developed it strongly, and now it's a very strong program, and maybe you'll later have an opportunity to talk a bit about that. That would be, I think, very interesting for people. But apart from that, Leon is a very experienced dropshipper and eBay seller. And one of the things he is really good at is not only doing the dropshipping, but also to explain to others. And he's a great teacher, and he always has these great little secrets that nobody else really knows or wishes to tell, and he really shares that information and gives a lot of value to people. And that was one of the reasons that I decided I want to meet with him and give us, the group, the opportunity to learn something from his experience doing dropshipping with AliExpress. So without further ado, I want you to shortly talk about how you started in e-commerce and how you came to start dropshipping with AliExpress and making good money with that.
Okay, good question. So I think if I really tell people how I started, then they're going to run away from eBay from this webinar, because I had a very difficult time at first when I started. And when I started selling on eBay, my first item was a hand cream. You know, this hand cream, this sheet that nobody wants to buy on eBay. And I tried to sell this hand creams, different, and then creams for food. And I don't know why I decided that cosmetics, I should say, but nobody wants to buy this sheet, okay?
Like drop shipping or?
No, I was buying from some local store, very cheap, and that's it. It wasn't so successful. And then later on, I jumped on this dropshipping thing. I didn't know anything about dropshipping, and then people started to dropship items from Amazon. And then later on, I was doing dropshipping from AliExpress, which I really love, much more than dropshipping from Amazon. And that's it in 2 minutes.
I see. And I'm just curious, before eBay or in parallel with eBay, did you also try other things, like maybe other than e-commerce, maybe SEO and stuff like that before you decided?
I had a normal day job from 8 to 8.
Wow.
Yeah, and then I when I come home at 8 or 9 in the evening, I started to do my dropshipping business until, I don't know, 2, 3, 4 in the night.
Wow.
Yeah. I told you, I don't want to scare people, okay?
Yeah, I'm already scared. I don't know. Too scary.
Yeah.
11, 12 hours of work. Wow. And then still have time for that.
Yeah, but I think it is worth it, right? It's worth it, totally. So you need to start from somewhere, but eBay is such a good business, and you can really develop yourself and make money and make a living from eBay and from dropshipping. So I'm really happy I'm doing this.
So a question that comes to mind, and nowadays some people see or say that the eBay dropshipping scene is oversaturated. There's too much competition. Amazon is starting to close their gates for people who do dropshipping from them to eBay. eBay has policies that are very difficult nowadays, and they remove impressions sometimes. So my question to you is, as you see it, because you have a lot of insight into the community, is there still opportunity in dropshipping? And if yes, then where?
So it is a very, very good question. I am asked this one almost every day, couple of times each day. People ask me, is it still place for dropshipping? Is it too much competition? Can I still make money? And I think for me that it is only the start, right? I think dropshipping is only a baby in the diapers. Okay, it is only starting, because the e-commerce world is increasing each year, I think by 40%, right? Or 30%.
Especially mobile.
Especially mobile. And each year, more and more and more and more and more people are going to the internet to buy things, okay? So yes, we have competition, that's okay. I think that, do you know some profession without competition? I don't know. Dentist has competition. Designers have competition. I don't know. Lawyers, it is very competitive field. And also dropshipping and eBay. But the thing about eBay and about dropshipping, that each year it is increasing. And I think we only started. So the opportunity is very, very big.
I see. Yeah, and I think that also we have to remember that although, let's say, most people and most attention is headed towards US shoppers, especially if you're doing like drop shipping from retail sites like Home Depot, Amazon, and other sites that really focus on the US market.
Yeah.
First of all, there are many other people that are outside in the world that are still wanting to buy and to use eBay, and you just have to show them the right opportunity. You have to show them the right products, what they're looking for. And I think sometimes you have untapped markets, or sometimes you have much less competition than in these big regions like US. And also, you probably know that now in India, they're really starting to be stronger and stronger with the connection to the internet, mainly from phones, but also from computers. And everyone who has a phone obviously uses that also for shopping and shopping on eBay. So I think, as you said, there is competition, but there's no place where there is.
Igal, I think that you just made it to the point, okay? I think this is the most important point that most of eBay sellers don't understand, because most of the eBay sellers are trying to sell the same products from the same supplier to the same customers in the same country. Yeah. Okay, so everybody are living in the same street.
Yeah, and the same image and the same description and the same title and the same price.
Exactly. So this is not the way to make business, okay? And if you want to make a business on eBay, if you want to make money on eBay, you need to go out, because eBay is international market. It is not only dropshipping from Amazon, and not only to US customers, and not the same products. You can sell to Croatia and to Italy and Spain and Australia, and whenever you want to sell. I think American market, the US market, is how many buyers? Maybe
150 million.
150 million, 200 million. But if you look worldwide, people are buying products from the internet. It is maybe 5 times, maybe 10 times more. So the international market is much, much, much bigger. And nobody is doing it.
Yeah, yeah.
Nobody.
Absolutely. And you got me really curious. So, so what do you do? How do you do that? So what do we do?
So first of all, I work a lot with AliExpress, because when you drop shipping, or what is the correct word? When you drop, or when you drop shipping, when you drop ship from AliExpress, you can sell worldwide, okay, to customers from Spain and Italy and Croatia and Bulgaria. I'm going to Bulgaria next week, by the way.
Wow.
Yeah,
take me with you. Come on, man.
You can come, no problem. We're going to make a ski. So yeah, that's exactly the point, and that is your advantage over other eBay sellers. Okay, so you need some advantage, and your advantage on eBay is to sell worldwide.
And when you say worldwide, do you mean that we sell on ebay.com to other people, or do you also say that we use other eBay marketplaces like UK, Germany, and so on to sell there?
I think it is a little bit more advanced, because if you want to sell, I know people that, for example, try to sell on eBay France, but they don't really know French, so they take the same titles in English. Okay, it doesn't work. The point on other eBay sites is that you can use the local language. And for example, for me, I sell a lot now on eBay Spain. It is a very, very big eBay site, and I'm very successful on eBay Spain. But you must make your eBay titles or your description in Spanish. Otherwise, there is no point selling on eBay Spain. But you can sell on eBay US and just sell it worldwide.
Ship to worldwide.
Ship to worldwide, yeah.
I see. Okay. So if we're talking specifically about AliExpress, so we talked about one big advantage, which is worldwide shipping.
Yeah.
Okay. What other things are advantageous in AliExpress as opposed to sourcing from Amazon or from other sites?
Okay, so first of all, for me, it is very, very important that my client on eBay is not going to receive a box with the Amazon logo, right? Or with some other supplier logo, because next time he's not going to buy from me. He's going to buy straight on Amazon, Walmart, or I don't know. And when I ship from AliExpress, they don't have any logo, because you don't have AliExpress logo, right? Because AliExpress, they don't keep their own inventory.
Yeah, it's a platform.
Yeah, it is just a platform like eBay with a lot of small and medium and large suppliers, and that's it. So my customer on eBay is not going to receive a box or envelope with AliExpress logo. So for me, it is very, very important, and also the zero problem, because when you dropship from Amazon, I think people are familiar, right?
Right. So can you shortly explain what it is?
Yeah. So it is about copyright. If you take products, images, description, photos, whatever, from other website, you need to have a permission to resell this product. Okay. So and when you dropship from AliExpress, you are not going to have this zero problems on eBay, which is very, very important.
Right. So first of all, I want to say that everyone here, I see that you're commenting. It's great. If you like the content so far, just thumbs up so other people will see it and join, because in the end, we'll also have some place for questions. I think it's very important to give you guys an opportunity to ask questions regarding that. So maybe you can start with just a small a demonstration, maybe see the site in AliExpress, just get our way around it, because maybe some people are not very familiar with it. So maybe we can do like a
so let me share my screen with you.
Yeah, and see what we can see there. Which one? Okay.
This one.
Okay, do you guys see the screen? If you could say yes in the comments. Let's see. Yeah, we have likes, which is good. And in a moment, they will see the screen. Okay, I see the screen from my end, so let's see that everybody else does.
So maybe we need to ask if anybody that is watching this live now, have you tried dropshipping from AliExpress, or maybe did you buy something from AliExpress?
Yes. Okay, great. Kamal. Hi, Ophir. Hi, Med. Hi, Anas. Hi, Kamal. Thank you for joining. Okay, well, let's continue for now.
Okay, great. So welcome to AliExpress, one of my main dropshipping websites, or let's say suppliers. AliExpress is very, very easy. You just need to join free. Join free, right? And then sign in. It is for free. You don't need to pay nothing. Okay, so you just log in for free, and you can look for good products or profitable products and start selling them on eBay. So I think the most important on AliExpress that you have all these categories on the left side. So you can just go through and see and look for some interesting products. Okay, and also you have this search. For example, if I look for, let's say, smartwatch. Okay, so I got all these results. A lot of different smartwatches on AliExpress, and if I click on a product, you can see it is very similar to all websites, to Amazon or other websites. You always have the photos, and I think one of the advantages in AliExpress that most of the times they have all these beautiful photos. And you have the title, right, and different variations sometimes. And you have also this item specifics and description. Then you just have everything you need to take this product and list and make a listing on eBay. Great listing on eBay, okay? And also what I do when I look for items to dropship, Eagle, did you see this one?
Oh my God.
He sold
wow.
a lot of smartwatches.
Wow. 7,500. It's like, wow.
Exactly. 7,500.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's a big number, and it's also a round number, which is really cool.
So usually what I do when I source for products on AliExpress, I look at this info, which is about the seller, because AliExpress, again, they don't have their own inventory. They just have many, many different sellers and suppliers that are selling on AliExpress, okay? So I always look at the seller name and how many years he's already selling on AliExpress, what is his experience of being AliExpress supplier, and his positive feedback, okay? And usually what I want to see before I pick a product to dropship, I want to see a seller that his name starts with the A. No, just joking. I want to see a seller that he's at least 1 year on AliExpress, because I'm looking for somebody with experience that knows what he's doing. Okay, so at least 1 year. And I also look at his feedbacks, and I want to see 90 minimum 98%. Okay, so if it is lower than 98%, I'm not going to work with this seller because maybe I will have different problems in the future. Okay, so I want to find only the best sellers on AliExpress and then source my items from these sellers. It is very, very, very important. Especially when you work with Chinese suppliers, as you know, not all Chinese products are quality products, and sometimes the shipping times are very, very slow and they have different problems. So first of all, when I dropship from AliExpress, my first step is going to be finding the good suppliers, okay, and not products. So my first step is finding the suppliers, right?
Which is a bit counterintuitive, right? Because usually when people start finding things to sell, they want to first find good selling items and then like look for that. So it's interesting what you're saying.
Exactly. So I think my method is quite opposite to what most sellers on eBay are doing. Yeah, but it works for me.
You got me curious now, even more. I want to know.
So also when I hover with my mouse over the positive feedback, you can see this pop-up box pops out, right? And you can see how this seller is compared to other sellers in his category on AliExpress. Right? For example, this one, Feed Global Store, the name of the seller, and I can see that item as described, he's above average. It means he's better than most of sellers on average, better than average on AliExpress, but communication and shipping speed, he's below average on AliExpress compared to other AliExpress sellers or AliExpress suppliers, okay? So if you can find somebody that all his, on eBay it is called the DSR rating. I see on AliExpress it is the same, detailed seller rating, DSR rating. If you can find somebody that all these DSR parameters are green, are above average, then you found a very, very good seller, and you could source items from this seller, right? I can click on his name, and then I'm going into his AliExpress store, and I can just look for other items and all items in stock he's selling.
So it's interesting. This one has, first of all, it's a known brand. I heard about it. I also saw it.
Yeah, so maybe this one is not so good for us because it is a big brand. Yeah, but anyway, when you source items from AliExpress, what I really recommend is, first of all, look at the sellers. Okay. Right. For example, this one is 4 years already in AliExpress, and you can see everything is green. So this seller, he must be very, very, very good.
However, his feedback is 97.4. Would you like say, okay, but his ratings are really good, or you say, I mean, minimum 98?
No, I'm going to work with this one. If I see that he's all green, he must be very, very good.
And he's 4 years here on the platform, so it means he has experience. So it's not just someone who just opened a store and doesn't know what he's doing.
And also recently, what I know about AliExpress is that they are very, very strict with the sellers, almost like eBay.
Oh my God.
Almost. Yeah. So a bad seller on AliExpress, he's not going to survive for a long time. AliExpress are going to kick his butt. Okay, so if you see somebody 4 years and very, very good feedbacks, it means he's a really good seller. And then I can click on his store and look his items or products, and I can source my products for dropshipping from this guy, from this seller.
So I'm interested to know, you're saying that you're first looking for a good supplier. So why is that? Can you elaborate on that?
Why I start with the suppliers?
Yes.
Because it is just easier for me. I want to find big, good suppliers, because if you can find a good supplier, okay, then I can promise he has a lot of items you can source and you can dropship. So for me, it is just easier. I find a good supplier, and then I can take all his items and dropship on eBay.
And how do you know which ones to take from him? So, for example, do you look at maybe top selling, or do you ask them, or what do you do to make sure that you put in the good items from the good supplier?
Okay, so usually I do two things, okay, at the same time. For example, this supplier, if I decided he is a really, really good supplier, usually I look at his top selling items, right? And I can see items he sold 600 times, 500 times, 300 times, almost 300 times. So I can very, very easily find his best selling items. So if these items are selling so good, I'm sure they're going to sell on eBay, right? You just need to make better titles and choose the best photo, but you can sell it on eBay because those items sell, period. Right?
And you sort it by orders, and then the best ones pop out first, obviously.
Yeah, I just clicked on top selling items, and then I click on orders. Right? And then I have all these very, very good selling items. So what I do when first I find a perfect seller, then I can go to his top selling items and I just take his best sellers. Okay, so that's the first thing I do or let's say to source items on AliExpress, right? My second method of sourcing item on AliExpress, it is very interesting. I think you will like it because it is the opposite of what most sellers on eBay or AliExpress are doing. My second method is after I found a really, really good seller or supplier on AliExpress, like this guy, okay? Then I can go and I can look for items like new arrivals. I look on items like that one, okay? Or like that one. So the common thing about the items I look for is you can see they still not sold, okay? Because I know one thing, most of the sellers on eBay, okay, they make it very, very easy. They just go and they look for the best sellers and they put them on eBay, okay? And so my method is opposite, right? I look for the items that haven't been sold on eBay yet. I look for the new items, right? For example, this one. I even don't know what it is, but it looks interesting. Yeah.
It's half a gaming keyboard.
Yeah, because what most sellers are doing, they go to items on AliExpress and they look for items that sold more than, I don't know, right? That's the main tactic today. Only items sold more than 200 times. And then they say, okay, this item sold more than 200 times, it must be very, very good, right? And they dropship only those items. What I do is the opposite. I look for the new items that that are still not sold on AliExpress, and these items, if I can make this check and I copy the title and I look for this item on eBay, I'm going to have no competition at all because nobody are dropshipping those items. And I can guarantee that these items are very, very, very good, okay? And that's why, Igal, what you asked me before, why is my first step is looking for suppliers and not for the items? Mm-hmm. Because if I can find a good supplier, I know that all his items are good, right? Mm-hmm. Otherwise, he's not going to have all green and 4 years on AliExpress. Mm. If I can see such a great feedback, okay, and a big supplier with many items, then I know that all his items, I can guarantee, are very, very good, because these good sellers, that they are not dealing with cheap, low quality items.
Mm-hmm. And they also probably have done their research before they ordered these items, because usually it's not, if they're really so good and 4 years online, they're not dropshippers themselves. They're not like middlemen. Yeah. They actually buy probably tens, hundreds, or thousands of this item, and they wouldn't buy it just because they felt like it. They probably done some research, and they know that although it's a new arrival without any sales now, it probably will be a very hot item. And if you catch it on time, like now, you will be one of the first to really take advantage and be able to sell it a lot, right?
Yeah, so that's what I do. I take these new items without competition on eBay that are never been sold yet, which most of the sellers don't want to sell those items, and I'm selling exactly these items.
Okay, so if like we give a little recap here. So what you do, instead of finding items that are researching hot items, you research hot sellers, and you see that by the time they're on AliExpress, at least 1 year, you see feedback. They should have 98 positive feedback or higher, unless you see that in their detailed seller ratings,
I want to find
really good.
The best sellers for me are sellers that everything is green here, above average. If I can find a seller like that, and more than 1 year, I'm going to dropship all his items on eBay.
Great. So then you take two directions. So one direction is the more obvious one, which is seeing what items are top selling right now in his store and putting them. But the other direction you were saying, which is kind of not what other people do, is go to new arrivals, things that just are fresh from this seller, supplier, and you put them on your store.
Yeah, it is going to be a hot seller for sure. In 1 month, in 2 months, in 1 year, you're good. I'm sure if Igal, if you want to come, let's say in 1 year, and we are going to make this webinar again, we can check the same item. And I'm sure you can see here like 1,000, 5,000 orders already. The issue is who is going to sell this item first, and it is going to be me.
That's right. And also, it's not that this kind of item doesn't exist. This kind of item or niche already exists, and it is hot in eBay. I know because I see many YouTube videos on gaming, and I see that they do reviews on all this stuff. And you can just imagine that if a big company like Razer or any other creates this stuff and sells it like hot pancakes, then if someone catches this supplier on time with this keyboard at that price, it would be very interesting for those gamers to search for.
Also, I think that very, very common mistake or misunderstanding is when people sometimes everybody likes to make this market research, right? So they sit hours and hours near their computer and looking for the winning product on the winning items and the best items. And I know some people who can sit 2 days and then they find one winning item in 2 days, and it is the best item on eBay, and they're so excited. Okay, but if you want to grow a business, you need to be scalable, okay? If you want to make money on eBay, you need a lot of items on your eBay store. So if you spend 2 days and you can find only 1 or 2 products to sell, it is not good. You are in a big troubles. Okay, so if you want to make a business and you want to be scalable, just keep listing. That's it. Go to AliExpress and take your items and keep listing on eBay. And somebody in the future is going to buy this item, okay? Because it is such a big market and everything can sell.
Absolutely. And another thing I wanted to ask you about, I don't know if you're going to talk about it a bit later, but I'm interested regarding the pricing. I mean, here we have this pricing. I know that when we do like Amazon, then we do this break even of 18%, give or take, and then like 5 or 10 or 15% profit. What is your profit strategy with AliExpress?
So usually I take the break even is about 15%, something like that. And I also want my margin, right? I also want to make a profit. So after I add this 15-16% of the break even, which is eBay fees, PayPal fees, eBay fees, all these guys who take the fees. Above that, I want to make at least between 20 and 30% profit.
Wow.
Yeah,
that's a
Why
lot.
Not?
For
I don't think that's a lot, because if you take a look, for example, this one is, let's say, $30.
Right.
So if I take 20%, it's going to be
$6.
$6. Yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah, you see.
Yeah, but I love money.
Yeah, we
show
all
me
love
the money.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think 20% is good enough. But again, if you're selling some best-selling item, which all your competitors are selling, of course, you will never make a $6 profit. Yeah, but if you have your unique item and you have something new on eBay, you can sell it with a big profit. Why not?
I see. So now I want us to address a couple of questions here, because many people wrote, actually. Okay, so let's see. Yes, I did it before. Okay, so someone asked regarding, but most buyers don't accept PayPal. He probably means Kamal source. I mean, AliExpress doesn't accept PayPal.
Yeah. My AliExpress, they don't accept PayPal. Sometimes you can find a seller that accepts PayPal, but it is really rare. Most buyers, they do not accept PayPal. But okay, so what? We can work with the credit card, right? So usually what I do when I have my money on a PayPal, I get my money from eBay to my PayPal account, and then I withdraw it to my bank account, right?
USD, right?
Yeah,
you don't convert.
Yeah, no, USD. And then I have my credit card and I buy on AliExpress. So it takes maybe 2-3 days until the money from PayPal is going to appear on my bank and I can use my credit card.
Now, it really depends on what country are you at and what are the PayPal policies for that country. For example, in Israel, if you want to withdraw money in the original currency, which is USD in that case, then you have to attach a visa, which is issued by your bank. Currently, that's the situation. And then you can ask them to withdraw with the USD and not shekels. So that's the policy here. Hold on, I have a sneeze. No, I don't have anymore. But for example, if you want, there's also the Payoneer solution, right? That sometimes, not always, you can connect your Payoneer to PayPal. And then you withdraw to your Payoneer, which is essentially a bank account. And then using the Visa card or MasterCard that are issued by Payoneer, you can buy this thing on AliExpress. Now, if it doesn't work for you, you can ask them to give you another bank account number and try again with PayPal. So there are many solutions. It's a business. As Leon said, it's not, we're not just here to make a quick buck for 5 days and then run away. If you're here for the long haul, then you'll take the time to apply for Payoneer or open another account to create this kind of situation where you can withdraw money in US dollars from PayPal and then buy from AliExpress with a credit card or a debit card. Okay, so another question, let's see. Just going to give a list of the
by the way, Igal, I know some countries, I'm not sure which ones, but some countries you can issue a PayPal debit card. We cannot do it in Israel. They don't have these options.
Right.
But I'm not sure which country. You just need to, it is up to where you live in. You need to check with your PayPal. Maybe you can issue this debit card. And then it is connected to PayPal and you can use it to buy on AliExpress.
Yeah, I know, for example, in the United States, it's not a problem. Let's see, what else? Could you please give a list of the criteria for great products to dropship?
Yeah.
Yeah, great.
Okay, so the best products to dropship, okay, are products that, one, are very, very, very good sellers. Okay, so for example, if I click on top selling, I can see this guy's top selling products. For example, this thing, I even don't know what it is for a car, like a mobile holder. Okay, it is sold 600 times. Okay, so this item sells 100%. You can take it, you can sell it on eBay. I think that these items that has a lot of orders, many sellers are already sell this item on eBay. I think so. So if you find items like this, they must have a very big competition on eBay, right? But they sell very good, so you can join the party, right? You can jump in the party. And another criteria for good items is when I go to like some products or new arrivals and I look for items like this, for example, that are still not sold on AliExpress. And if they're not sold on AliExpress, it means this item is new, and it means that you're not going to have a lot of competitors on eBay. Okay, so my criteria about good items, it doesn't depend only on the item, like what color of the item or which brand is the item, or I don't know how many legs this item has. My criteria is I'm not going to have a lot of competitors on eBay selling the same item, because I want to be unique. If I can find a unique item on AliExpress, this is my criteria. It is good enough for me.
So another question is how to deal with returns. And also maybe with that, we can talk about shipping in general from AliExpress.
So when we speak about returns, usually from my knowledge or from my experience, usually people don't really send the items back to China. So Chinese sellers, they can offer, they can resend another item, a new item, or they can just refund your payment, okay? And then you can refund your buyer on eBay.
So they do that?
Yeah, of course. Usually they just ship, if we deal with cheap items, usually they just offer a new item and they ship out new item.
And so if we're talking about shipping, it's a known fact that traditionally shipping from China is long and sometimes things get lost. So could you address that, and is there a solution?
Yeah, of course. So when you click on some item, for example, that one, okay, so you see the title and you see the price and variation and everything, and then you can see shipping, okay? And if you click on the shipping, right, usually what you want to do, sometimes you have a China mail or something like this. You don't want to work with the Chinese, with the China Post, okay? You want to work with the AliExpress shipping or sometimes you can see ePacket. I don't see ePacket now, but maybe if we can pick another one.
By the way, can you filter by ePacket?
Yes, I have this Chrome extension which can filter items by ePacket, but I don't have it installed now on my browser.
Okay, because I know there's Oberlo. You probably
Oberlo,
heard
yeah,
about it.
yes, Oberlo, but
Yeah.
I don't have it here. But I just want to show what it looks like. So maybe I don't know. We look for some baby stuff.
Oh, by the way, Jean is asking, can you use Payoneer in buying items for US merchants? The answer is yes, by the way.
This one is the packet. So usually when I work with the AliExpress, when I dropship from AliExpress, I want to take this e-packet, right? It costs a little bit more money, but it is usually fast enough, and it is quick and reliable, and they have tracking numbers and everything.
I think it's also, it's not really 25 days like it says here. I think it's much shorter usually, like 2 weeks it can come.
Yeah.
And also, yeah, tracking number and stuff like that. It's important, especially if a buyer opens a case, and also for your rating on eBay. So that's a big advantage.
You must have always tracking numbers, always.
Yes, and do you always get them when you work with the suppliers, or there are times where they don't send it?
Always get the items. If you choose ePacket, you're always going to have tracking numbers, and everything is going to be fine. And it depends, Igal, it depends on the supplier. So if you can find supplier, for example, this one is not so good because he's below average, right? So I don't think I'm going to work with this guy. But if you can find a good supplier like we found before, he always ships, and he always ships on time, and it's always going to be a tracking number.
I see. And also I wanted to add that some suppliers also have shipping not only from China, but they have stock in US.
Yes.
So you can sometimes, and the price difference is usually not that big, to my surprise. And then you can actually ship from United States to United States, and it's great. It's like a week of shipping. So it's even better.
Yes.
And the good thing is that many people who drop ship from other sites to eBay, they don't even think of the option that AliExpress sellers also offer shipping from the US. So it's a big advantage for you guys to also offer better terms for your buyers. Okay, can we take a couple more questions, or do you want to continue?
No, we can have some questions.
Okay, so do you believe?
Only easy questions, Sigal.
Only easy, okay. What is your name? No, there will be all kinds of questions, and it's great. I think it's really great because here's an opportunity for you guys to learn stuff and to ask stuff that you really didn't have any other place that you can have an answer for. So do you believe the game of big numbers works well? For example, open a premium store and list in bulk, or work on title and list less items?
So usually I don't believe in listing bulk items because for me it never worked in the past, and I don't believe this. I believe in listing fewer items. Let's say I believe in listing a lot of items with good titles and good photos. Okay, so yeah, I do believe in big numbers, but not listing shitty items. Okay, so I do believe in big numbers, but I believe that each item you list on eBay, it must be with the best title that you improve and you make, and the good photo and the good description, and everything must be perfect.
So you manually revise titles for every item you list?
Yes, yeah.
I see. And you do it through the monitor, through the listing software, right? So let's say maybe you take 30 items at a time, maybe, but before you list them, then you first edit the titles. I see. So titles, how about images, descriptions?
So images, usually what I do, usually what most sellers do, because they take some bulks and list on eBay, so they pick the first image, right? But you can see on AliExpress, you have many different beautiful photos. So again, if you want to sell and if you want to make money, you want to be unique, right? So I always pick some other photo. For example, for me, I'm going to pick that one, not the first one. Okay, because all other sellers are going to pick this first photo, but I want to be unique, so I need to pick some different photo.
Yeah, also it's what's called a lifestyle image. It shows the item in real life, like this outfit, and it's not only a baby in an outfit. They also see the image of where this could be fitting great. For example, when they give a present for some holiday, so people get even more emotional regarding that when they see stuff like that.
Igal, do you think it is a real baby, or is it some
some doll, some Chinese doll?
No, or real baby?
No, I think it's a real baby.
Yeah. So somebody bought this baby and she just came out from this sack?
Yeah, they drop shipped it from United States to China probably, and then made the photo. No, but I think it's really important here that 99% of people will take the first one, and here you see this very nice image, which is very professional. And in addition to that, guys, if you want to take an extra step and you want to use images that nobody else uses, watch the video where I show you how you can remove the white background or whatever background there is on the image and instead put a nice background, which is much more interesting. It's especially good for Amazon because in Amazon all backgrounds are white, but also in stuff like that. If, for example, if we take, let's say the first one here, then the background here is kind of not a perfect white. But if you remove it and put something very compelling, nobody else does that, and it will surely stand out. So that's another tip for you guys. So go watch the video. I think it's a useful one. Did you want to say anything else about that?
No, just about the title. So again, if you pick the same title from AliExpress and you're going to put this title on eBay, nothing is going to happen, right? If you will not make your own unique title, it is going to be very difficult for you to sell these items.
So, okay, so Kamal, I hope the shipping question was answered before, because again, you want to search for items with e-packet. That's the best tip, I think, for that. Let's see. Based on what do you select the new arrival items to list? So I think you already answered that, right? Because if it's a good supplier, probably all the items that are new and without orders are good to go, right?
Yes. Yeah, for me, yeah.
Okay. Pioneer is the solution for Morocco, so that's good. Abdelatif, regarding saving this live, we will save this live and you'll have it available on the group, so that's good news for you guys. So can you talk about the shipping policy you use on eBay and countries you ship to?
Yes, of course. So actually, it is very easy. I'm just looking for, it is called on eBay, standard shipping from China. Okay, that's it. You just need to find standard shipping from China, also on the domestic and the international shipping policies. So just look for standard shipping from China, 3 handling days, and that's it. Again, if you work with a good supplier, he's going to ship the item in 3 days.
Are there any countries that you exclude or any countries that you specifically ship to?
Yeah, but it is only from my experience, right? I ship to Europe, I ship to North America, and I ship to Australia. That's it. I worked only with these countries.
Why not, let's say, Middle America or South America?
Because I once shipped an item to South America. I don't remember, to Colombia or Mexico or some country like this, and I had so many problems. The shipping was late, and the buyer complained, and they did not receive the item, and it got lost, and I don't know what. So I'm not shipping to South America anymore. But again, it is only from my experience, right? You can really AliExpress, they have very, very good shipping, especially if you choose e-packet, and you can ship to all countries everywhere. But for me, I like to work with, again, Europe and Australia and North America.
Okay, there was another question here that just got away. Hold on, let's see if we can see it. Okay, so Yasin says, eBay flagged accounts for dropshippers that use kind of, I don't want to name names, but monitors and listers that originally would do Amazon to eBay dropshipping, but now also do like other places like AliExpress and so on. So from your experience, does this happen, or does the impression get lower also if you do AliExpress dropshipping?
So from my experience, if you do only AliExpress dropshipping, then it is very, very difficult for eBay to flag your account, because you're not working with a retail store. You are working with a real suppliers, right? And then also your customers are not going to have the Amazon logo on their package. They're not going to have the Walmart logo on their package. So AliExpress is much better than eBay. But if you do AliExpress dropshipping and Walmart dropshipping and Amazon dropshipping in the same account, I can say 100% that eBay one day is going to wipe you out.
So that's an important thing here, that you're saying that it's better to separate these things, right? If you want to do Amazon dropshipping, that's great, do it on one account. If you want to do AliExpress dropshipping or anything that is not like forbidden by eBay or the gray area by eBay, then do it on a separate account so they don't get interconnected and impressions that will affect both listings, both types of listings. Do you believe we should optimize title first, or wait till you get first sales and optimize then? I think we answered that, but you can answer.
No, I always optimize my titles before I list the item on eBay.
All the titles.
Of course. The titles and photos and item specifics and everything.
Okay.
So you don't want to put a lot of shit on eBay and then start to sort this shit, right? You want to put on eBay good listings from the start.
So just another question before we continue. There used to be gift cards for AliExpress, right? So now I don't think there are there?
I really don't know. But if you guys can find gift cards from AliExpress, I'm the first one that is going to buy from you. I am also looking for those gift cards.
Cool.
But I don't think we can find gift cards for AliExpress.
Okay. Okay, so let's continue. Maybe if there's something regarding the last part, or maybe some other secret you want to share, something that you
the big secret.
Yeah, the biggest.
Okay, the big. So how many viewers do we have again?
We had 11. Like the peak was 15, I think. Now we have 9.
Okay.
So only 9 people will know the secret.
Yeah. 9 who are the serious guys.
The luckiest ones.
The luckiest guys.
Yeah.
Okay, right. So we hope also people are going to watch the recording, right? You can post the recording.
Of course.
It stays. You don't need to post, right? It stays in the group.
It does, but we'll also have that for our YouTube channel and for other stuff we'll use in the future. So
okay, great. So let's share some advanced secret.
Yeah,
right?
I like advanced.
Let's share some advanced secret. So guys, maybe we can make some real life example, right? So maybe we can ask the people watching the live session to write down some item ideas. if you have some item ideas you want to check, or some niche you want to check, or you want to dropship on eBay, okay, write down. And I want to go back for eBay, and I want to explain a little bit more in depth about how I make the market research, okay? Because it is the main problem, how to find the best items, right?
A common question.
A common question, yeah.
Let's see. Ecosystem and buy from them directly. Okay. So guys, you can write down in the comments any niche idea or any product idea, and we'll do an example here. Okay. So we have a few here. We have biking niche. Do you think it's a good one? We can start
biking, maybe. My passion.
Your passion.
Your passion.
Our all passion.
Okay.
I used to have a bike. It was stolen recently, unfortunately.
Really?
Yeah, someone just
real bike
took it. A real one. No, not like with a just a bicycle.
A tustus?
Kimat. So
really, it was stolen.
Yeah, unfortunately. Also, my scooter was stolen. But,
wow.
Yeah.
Okay, you live in Tel Aviv. What can you expect?
The price of doing business. Okay, guys, we have biking niche, we have gym equipment.
So let me show something, okay? First, before we start talking about the niche, I want to show you something. So the real mistake on eBay, and I think because of this mistake, most of the people who try to do dropshipping are not making any money, okay? Because what most people do, they just go to eBay and they copy items from different sellers, or let's say from their competitors, right? And they repost the same items on eBay over and over and over and over again. So sometimes I have this idea in my head that it must be some I don't know, some 5,000 listings on eBay that all the sellers are just copying from each other, right? The same items over and over and over again. And this is really, really, really bad, okay?
Right.
And it is bad because if you want to succeed on eBay, you must understand how eBay works. You must understand how the Cassini, how eBay search engine works, okay? So if you can understand eBay, then you can really succeed. And what I mean is, for example, if I go to eBay and let's say I'm going to look for, I don't know, biking, they said?
Right, biking.
Okay, let's say biking, okay? And I can see that almost 3 million products or listings on eBay with this word biking. And this order, okay, some of the items, you can see this is only the first page. And I can see the other items on the second page and third page. And I have many, many pages to have all these 3 million listings, okay? Mm-hmm. So eBay has their own rules to make this order. For example, why this item or that item, or I don't know, are on the first page, and some other listings maybe are going to appear on page number 40, okay? And when people are going to eBay and what they do in their dropshipping business is finding other competitors and copy their best-selling items, okay, then you should understand that when a buyer comes to eBay and it looks for something, for example, biking, okay, the order on eBay is by best match, right? Best match. What is best match? Match to whom? Not for me, not for Igal, not for you, not for your reprising tool, a match for the buyer, for this buyer that is currently looking for biking items, right? So eBay wants to show this buyer all the items that are best matched to him, okay? Not best competitors, not best eBay sellers, okay? But best matched item to this buyer, right? So when I see other people just copying and repasting all the same items from other sellers, it is very, very, very wrong, because eBay is not working by best sold items or best competitor item or best dropshipping items, okay? It is best match for the buyer. So what I really like to do, okay, I like to ask myself how eBay knows which item is the best match. eBay doesn't know me, right? They don't know you. Maybe they do, I don't know.
Well, partially, yes.
So how do they know what is the best match? Okay, eBay knows only one thing. They know what the buyers are writing down in this search, right? So if somebody wrote down biking, okay, then the best matched items on eBay are going to be items with this word, with the biking, right? And if I'll look for biking, I don't know, biking it doesn't mean anything, right?
Biking makes you high.
Yeah, biking makes you high. So eBay thinks that best matched items on eBay for me now are items that has this biking and high, right? Because this is exactly what I looked for, okay? And then if I look on eBay titles, you can see that all titles, they really have this high keywords and they have these bike keywords, right? Or biking keywords. So what I do when I start looking for good items or for the, let's say, the best items to sell on eBay, I want to find these best matched items, okay? If I can find these best matched items, I think I can be very, very successful, because my items are going to appear on the first pages of eBay, okay? And I do that with the software. Shall we show them the secret software?
Ooh, the secret one. Oh, okay.
Okay, so we have this software. It is called Lucky Words, which is part of Chili Hunter now. And let me log in so I can show the software from inside. Right. So on Lucky Words, I'm going to the keyword search, the first one. I click on Go, okay? And what I want to do now, I want to find the items on eBay that are best matched to my buyers, okay? So let's say biking. Do we have some other ideas?
We have the gym equipment.
Gym equipment, okay. So let's say I'm going to look for biking. I click on search, the blue button. Okay, and then what this software does is it shows me the best matched item on eBay, okay? The best matched item for my customers. It means that real customers are going to eBay and they're looking for the same items, okay? For example, biking shorts men, okay? What it means, if I see this on a Chili Hunter, actually, not Chili Hunter, sorry, on Lucky Words, what Lucky Words does, it can connect to eBay's database, okay? And it shows me the best matched item. So, for example, biking shorts men, it means, if I see it on Chili Hunter, it means that many customers are going to eBay every day and they're looking for biking shorts men. Okay, for example, exactly the same items, exactly the same phrase. So now that I know that many customers on eBay wants to buy exactly this item, biking shorts men, I can go to AliExpress and I can look for this kind of items. Biking. Igal, do you think it is for bike? What is biking shorts anyway?
I think it's the tight ones, you know, that are very, very tight.
Something like this?
Maybe something. It's like tights, more like
yeah, maybe
yoga pants.
Maybe those guys.
Okay. That's like fashion biking.
Yeah, hiking, trekking, running, biking, sports, everything, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the first step is I'm going to Chili Hunter and I want to find the best matched items on eBay, okay? If I have the best matched items, I'm going to be on the first page. And then I have a lot of ideas. For example, biking shorts man, I can go to AliExpress, look for biking shorts man. And again, I'm going to start with this. I'm going to start with the supplier, okay? For example, those shorts, this one is 8 years, 98%. He's not everything is green, okay, in his area. But he has really good feedback, so I think I can work with this guy. I can list this item, okay? But if the seller is not so good for me, I can just go around, right? And I can pick something different. And again, I can check the seller and I can see his feedback is not so good. So I'm just going to the next one, okay? Until I find the biking shorts for men from a good seller, I'm going to list it on eBay, okay? Or biking shorts woman, or biking gloves men, okay? Let's try to take the biking gloves.
Maybe before you go, let's go back to Lucky Words for a second.
To Lucky Words? Yeah.
So maybe another thing that is really cool here is that you also have kind of the hotness here, or how much people are watching it. So instead of spending time like with the words that are in the bottom of the list, here it's like what are the most searched ones. So like
exactly.
it's really giving you exactly a laser targeted answer here.
Yeah.
Because I just want to say that, I mean, you guys know there is free software that does maybe if you do some research does something similar, but this really saves you time because instead of guessing and going and clicking on each link and see how many sold or how many sold in the last, let's say, couple of weeks or whatever it is, here like you see something very, very simple and very precise. So I think that's maybe one of the best reasons to do that, to save time.
Yeah, it saves a lot of time. And then you don't have to look for competitors on eBay. You don't have to spy on other sellers. Okay, my method of working is exactly the opposite. Okay, I don't want to copy from my competitors. I want to find out what the customers want to buy. That's it. And if I know that a lot of customers are going to eBay and they want to buy biking gloves men, then I'm going to sell biking gloves men, right? So it is very, very easy. And then I go to AliExpress, I look for biking gloves men. I just need to find a good supplier, and that's it, okay? For example, that's one, 5 years on AliExpress, but he's below average, so maybe he's not good for me, okay? Usually what I do, I look at the big number. So if he's 98% or above, okay, I can list the items. If he's less than 98%, I'm going to look at his DSR, right? And that's it. You can pick all the items from, again, we talked about it, right? The big numbers on eBay. But the big numbers is not just listing shit on eBay, but after you find out what the buyers want to buy, you can take the big numbers now, and you can list a lot of biking gloves on eBay. And also it is very, very important that when you list the item, we talked about titles. So in your title, okay, your first words should be biking gloves men, exactly like you see on Lucky Words. And just look how many ideas, right, we already have only from the word biking, right? Biking gloves for men, biking gloves women, biking shorts, biking water bottles. Like, what the fuck? I would never think about it by myself, right? Biking water bottles.
And maybe we have to point out again, you said something very important. And when you use these keywords, use them at the beginning, right? And together, right? Not like biking and water bottles or whatever.
Yeah.
Exactly as it says, because this is what it says. Yeah. So go ahead.
So for example, biking water. So, and that's it, guys. All I have to do is just take as many as biking water bottles, 10, 20, 30, up to your selling limits, of course. And I'm going to list them on eBay. I just need to find out the bottles, right, from a good supplier. For example, this one is 98.8%, but he's less than 1 year on eBay. From September.
On AliExpress.
Yeah, on AliExpress, sorry. So I wouldn't count on this seller so much, but maybe this one, 95%, okay, it is not good for me. I just need to pick a good supplier, 2 years, 99%. Wow.
Top brand.
Wow. Top brand, okay. That's it. I'm going to have this item and list it on eBay, right? And then going to the next one. And I want to take, again, 5, 10, 15, 20 biking bottles, right? And list them on eBay. If I list only one biking bottle, I think nothing is going to happen.
And maybe also you can see again, with this supplier that you found, you can then again see what other stuff he's selling, what top selling and what new arrivals they have. And
which one was it, Eagle?
Yes.
This one? If you find something like that, like 2 years and 99.8 feedbacks, I want to go inside this seller. By the way, did you see that he has all green here, right?
Wow.
5.
Yeah.
Wow, I'm going to work with the seller. After the webinar finishes, I think I can take all his items to eBay.
Yeah, we'll erase that part of the webinar.
Yeah. And then you can go to new arrivals. Only one. And you can go to his top selling, right? I think he sells only biking bottles.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. Okay.
Right. So anything else you wanted to talk about that, or there's a question regarding that?
No, if guys have some questions, so I can answer about Lucky Words. So for me, Lucky Words is today is like, for dropshipping from AliExpress especially, is like #1 software. Okay, I'm not going anywhere without Lucky Words.
So Kamal says Google Trends does the same thing. Can you relate to that?
Google Trends?
Yes.
What thing?
Like the same here, like Lucky Words.
Like this one?
Well, that's what he says. Maybe you know what? Let's do a live demonstration. If you put the same on Google Trends, let's see if it does.
Google Trends cannot do the same thing, because what is special about Lucky Words is that Lucky Words can connect to eBay database, and it can show you, right, what is the best matched item on eBay, what customers on eBay looked for, not customers on Google. It is irrelevant, but customers on eBay, right?
I do want to point out that Google Trends is a very good tool overall. It's also a good free tool if you want to do some initial research, and if you're just starting out and don't want to still have paid software. But it doesn't give you the same precision, it doesn't give you the same breadth of keywords, and it doesn't save you as much time. And also, as Leon said, it doesn't have access to eBay's API, right? eBay's data.
But also, Google Trends shows you maybe 3, 4, 5 ideas, right? and you can see this trend.
Yeah, well, you can do some manipulation here if you want, but again, this isn't as precise. It doesn't save you as much time, and yeah, it's different. So,
but also I don't care what is going on Google, right? I care about what is going on eBay, right? Because I want to be, again, I want to be here, best match, okay? That is where I want to be, best match on eBay. And for that, I need Lucky Words, because Lucky Words, again, it connects to eBay's database, and it shows me the best matched items.
So there's another question regarding price ranges. What would you recommend to have the price ranges when dropshipping from AliExpress?
The price ranges?
Yes.
All price ranges are good enough.
Like from $1 to $1,000, or
yeah, I know that most sellers they like to deal with these cheap items, like 1 to 10 maybe, but I sell items from AliExpress which are $30, $40, $50, $70. I don't know it.
And they do sell with profit after that?
Yeah, of course. Yeah. It works. So the cheap items, maybe they can sell more, but they have usually bigger competition and the profit is smaller. The more expensive items, they're more difficult to sell, but they have less competition and the profit is like that.
Yeah, I think that's right, and it's important to have a combination of all price ranges. Start with like small items, maybe even $1, but don't sell them for 10 cents profit. Sell them for like maybe $1 profit. I don't know, at least. I mean, less than that, it's kind of
it is a waste of time.
Yeah, it's a waste of time. I think you have to have a minimum, an absolute minimum of dollar amount, not just a percentage amount, if your lister or repricer allows that.
Igal, I think the best way, right, is to have some mix on your account.
Exactly.
And you need to work with some business plan. Okay, so maybe let's say you have this, if you take 100%, so maybe you can have about 50% items from $1 to $20, right? And then maybe another 20% from 20 to 100, and another 20% from 100 and up, for example. So I think the best way is to have some mix and always have many cheap items that sell all the time, and a little bit medium items and a little bit expensive items.
So yeah, I think, you know, it's many really professional sellers that sell thousands and tens of thousands, even 100,000 of items, really suggest that you always have to have a combination. Don't just sell just one place, just one range, because you're missing out on a whole area of buyers, of potential people that will buy from you for a higher price. Maybe not at that amount in terms of sale, in terms of quantity, but still each sale is much more money, and it's less work per sale. So that's a good combination, a good thing to have.
And I think, Igal, the main issue about this, let's say, live session is that your real conclusion, or most important conclusion, needs to be that you don't really have to spend hours to find the best items. You just need to use a professional software, and you don't need to copy from other sellers. That is totally wrong. You just need to find out what the buyers want to buy, and if you use a professional software, it is going to be very easy. And just keep listing. That's it. Keep listing all the time.
And again, I think one of the coolest thing you showed here in the beginning is really your process of finding suppliers first rather than items, and you gave specific criteria, and only then do you like start looking at items, because it's really now that I'm thinking of it, it's a very rational thing to do, and it's really against what most competition does, especially when dealing with supplier platforms like AliExpress. Oh, here Mary just said they just subscribed to Chili Hunter, so that's good.
Woo!
Yeah.
By the way, if you maybe I'll show them just the homepage, because we don't have a lot of time. So let me close all these not important windows I have.
I just want to say that Leon is not paying me commission for the sales of of Chili Hunter. I'm just, we're sharing this because we think it's good information.
Yeah, but Eagle got a whiskey.
Yeah, I got
for free.
Here, you can all see.
Cheers.
Oh, cheers, mate.
Mine is in my stomach already.
Can pretend,
Yeah, I can pretend. It's great. So guys, if you want to try Chili Hunter as a market research tool, if you're dropshipping from Amazon, it can find a lot of profitable items from Amazon. And who said she subscribed to Chili Hunter?
Mary.
Mary, if you have Chili Hunter subscription, you can have Lucky World subscription for free. Okay, it is a bonus we give to all our subscribers. So if you use Chili Hunter, then you can have Lucky Words for free. If you don't need Chili Hunter, so you can just subscribe and use Lucky Words by itself.
And hi from Venezuela.
Venezuela, mi amigo. Who is from Venezuela?
Mary.
Mary.
Yeah.
They have many problems recently in Venezuela.
Yeah, something with money and it's very difficult.
With money, electricity, drugs, and
with everything. I think there is a problem there, but we really hope that everything will go to the best, and maybe using an eBay and selling on eBay will can always help.
Igal, you know that a long time already I want to go traveling in Venezuela.
Really?
Yeah, really. You want to come?
Now is a good time, you think?
I don't know. But if look who is talking, right? We live in Israel. We have problems every day.
Yeah.
So I think it is good time. Why not?
I see. Wow. Okay, we were way past the planned time that we wanted. So I mean, really, what do you think? Do you have more time? Do you want to stop? Do you want a couple more questions, or what do you want?
I think that maybe if we have some, but only easy questions.
Okay, as always.
If you have some questions, and then we can finish, because it is really a long time already, and it is up to you, right? If this topic is interesting, so maybe we can have some other live later on in the future.
Let's see, maybe
let's see some questions.
Guys, to different website. Okay, so one is, can you share with us the list of your excluded countries? So as Leon said, again, it's a personal experience. Usually Europe is a good place. So I don't think we'll share here specifically.
I can show, Igal, I can show what I do on eBay.
Okay.
Yeah.
And by the way, do you use like other Chinese sites to source? Maybe like Banggood. Maybe it's a good idea. After that, maybe we'll do another webinar regarding other Chinese suppliers, or not only Chinese. It could be interesting. Good idea.
So if you look at my shipping from China policy, I hope you know how to make those business policies. It is very, very, very important. So like I told you, I use the shipping from China, 3 handling days. I always offer free shipping on eBay, and international shipping, it is also standard from China. And my exclusion list looks like this, So I only allow Europe, North America, and Oceania, which is Australia, New Zealand, and Australia, right? Usually.
Europe. PO boxes also?
PO box.
Actually, no, you have excluded. No, you excluded.
I make some experiments. Usually, I know some suppliers on AliExpress, they don't ship to PO box.
Right.
So when I work with AliExpress, I also exclude PO box. And that's it. Very, very easy. Oh, but again, it is from my experience, right? For example, South America, I know that recently it is a good market and they buy a lot of products. So maybe I'll try to sell again to South America. But it is really up to you, right? You need to make these experiments and see for yourself. So this is how it looks like, my shipping policies.
You can take a screenshot if you want. You can you'll have that on record. So, and you can also ask us. And by the way, I think because we're now really ending really soon, will the guys be able to contact you somehow if they have any questions, anything they want to ask you regarding that?
Yeah, you can come visit Netanya, Israel. You're always welcome to my office. And also, if you have some questions, you have my name on the Facebook Live session.
Right.
Above the or under the live, I don't know, somewhere near the video, you can see my name, right? It says, I think, Leon posted the live or something like this. So you can just contact me, send me a message on Facebook, on Messenger. And that's it. Very, very easy.
Yes, and also on the group if you want. Leon is also obviously a member of the group, so you can post on the group and you'll receive an answer so that everyone can share the knowledge and everyone can learn.
Yeah, exactly.
Awesome. So with that being said, Leon, I think it was really great. It was very insightful.
Yeah.
I want to really thank you very much.
Thank you, Igal. It was a good experience.
Yeah, I learned a lot.
Good life.
And I think the way you communicate and the way you explain stuff is really good and really understandable. So I think many of us really learned a lot in the group. And man, I mean...
and it is time to refill my whiskey cup.
Yeah, it is time, guys. So we'll go ahead and deal with our whiskey problems. And you guys will enjoy this video. And again, this video will be available in the group, but also we'll probably upload it in YouTube channel as well. Just so you know, we're also now opening an Instagram account, so we'll see how it goes. We'll do some interesting stuff there as well. That's it. So thanks again, guys. Thanks again, Leon, and see you in the next video.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Igal, you're still here, Igal.
Oh my God.
Oh.
What is it? End meeting.